Good morning. Okay, so money is the topic of the day today, and I would love your input. So let me know if any of this resonates with you, if you have questions along the way, comments. I want feedback from you guys. And of course, hit the love button. That would be awesome. Um, so debt is one of those funny little things that a lot of people think it has to do with not having enough money. And yet from what I've seen with myself and with my clients, it's often not at all about the money. And what's actually happening is that there's a lot of other stuff that's going on underneath that's creating the debt. Because I've worked with people who have no money coming in and have debt, and that's one situation that in which case it could be about the money, but why is there no money coming in? And I've also worked with people who have been making millions and have so much debt that that they're just drowning in it. Even though they've got all this money coming in, they have way more going out, and so there's that fear and that scarcity around money. So the reality is that it has nothing to do with the money itself, because if it was just about the money, then the people making millions wouldn't have these financial problems and issues. Right. So that's really the first layer to kind of understand, is that when we have issues with money, there's a really good chance it has nothing to do with money. Right. So I spent a lot of time, kind of digging around and trying to learn all kinds of stuff about money and, understanding how it works in the actual physical reality, trying to figure out how to manifest, which was so funny because I actually had a talent for manifesting, but then I went and studied manifesting and it kind of like screwed up with my natural ability. Hey, Scott, so good to have you join me. But learning all of these things about money didn't change my money situation. In fact, all they did was make it worse. They made it worse because for me, I was ignoring my natural talents. I was ignoring what I was really good at. And I was trying to follow all of these gurus who I saw as, they seemed to have it all together. They were talking about it. And some of them I've since discovered are in huge messes financially. It's really interesting. They have multi-million-dollar companies and they're in a big mess. So maybe they can manifest it coming in, but they're not, in my estimate, they're not actually handling money. Hey, Cindy. So good to have people live and commenting. Awesome, you guys. So when we're looking at money and debt and those kinds of things, then the underlying pieces of what I see is going on is usually has to do with yes, I know this story too, right? So many people, the millionaires that are actually broke, it's crazy. But what's going on is that the money almost becomes, for some people, a representation of how much they are allowed to be in this world, how much they love themselves, how much they're comfortable with themselves. And so the money can be a representation of that. The money can also be a representation of how much we're allowed to receive. Right? Ooh, flowers. Cool. I love you guys. She was more emotional than mathematical. Absolutely, Scott. So true. This is what I find so much, because money is actually very, very simple. It's just ones and zeros. It's just numbers on a page. It's very logical. And so if you're having problems with money, then it's probably because there's something going on internally. And for me, what I really noticed that at the root of it, when we really, really dig down, is so much sexual trauma. Because I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again to reiterate that, what's going on at the base, what's going on at our root, our stability platform is, which is where we handle money. If we have this unresolved sexual trauma, then it's really hard to handle money. And it's hard to allow ourselves to receive in all kinds of things, whether it's a good relationship, I love you guys, or in money, or people helping us. Like there's you meet those people who are like, I can do it all myself, I'm good, I don't need you, right? But that's a symptom of not being willing to receive. And when we don't let these things in, then what are we going to do? Like, if we bring in all this money, but we're not allowed to receive, then we have to create debt and we have to have it going back out, so that we keep that underlying piece going on. So to recognize that that's probably what's happening for people with their money, that it's what's going on at the core. Stop looking at the money part of it. Stop looking at trying to manifest more until you deal with the root and the base stuff. That's where it's really going to change. We got to dig in deep. This is not a surface symptom, and it's not going to be popped out with one little clearing, and but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to dig in. My own journey has been quite long in rooting out the things and finding deeper layers and deeper layers. I mean, even just this last month and a half, maybe 2 months, I've discovered a whole nother layer of things where, I had something twisted around with the religion. And Cindy, why don't I have flowers? I don't know. I don't have flowers either, Cindy. I seem to be like completely, Facebook just doesn't give me any of the cool options. I feel left out. Anyway, side topic, sidebar. But digging into another layer with where I got stuck in the religion. Stupid cool. And untangling that and realizing, like, oh my God, that's just opened up a whole other piece. And the piece for me was this, where I allotted the door knocking. I tied that to picking up the phone and doing reach outs. And so I've never been able to do that in my business until this past month. I'm actually been reaching out. I'm asking some bigger people to be on my podcast. I'm doing some really cool things. But this is after years of digging in, right? So to realize that it may not shift completely overnight, and it's a process. It's a process to commit to it and to make those incremental changes. Yes, we can make pretty fast changes with the energy shifting, but it is incremental. It is, we kind of like get a shift, live with that, get another shift, live with that. So Scott's put on a book recommendation, Crazy About Money, How Emotions Confuse Our Money Choices and What to Do About It. Ooh, that looks good. Probably in line with what I talk about too. So very cool. So what I want to give you for today to start playing with is this, realization of like, what is deeper? What is really underneath for you? To start opening up that question and saying, what is it? And of course, we have the program coming up, which I'm so excited about. Pieces are almost in place. Oh my God, technology always takes longer than you think. So the landing page is almost completely done. That'll be done today, and we can start getting people signed up for the releasing the trauma out of the body. I'm so excited because this gives gives so many people an opportunity to get this unlocked out of the body and moving and changing things dynamically. So that's coming up. If there's anybody that wants to get things moving faster and you want to work one-on-one, I do have a couple of spaces opening up. So you're more than welcome to reach out. And the initial consultation is totally free. So we have a conversation, dig in, get a look at, what's working, what's not working, get some clarity on what's going on and what you best need next, whether it's me or a recommendation that I'll make for you. So if that's where you want to go, please message me or put a message on here, something. In the meantime, let me know if this has been helpful or eye-opening or maybe just a confirmation of what you already know. I would love your feedback, and keep hitting the heart button. Love that. Aw, Cindy. Dana's coaching changed my life. Best investment ever. Love you, darling. All right. Have yourselves a great day. We will talk soon.